Hello, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. I'm Christy. I'm an occupational therapy assisting student. And your name is Amy?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm going to go over a little bit about what we're going to do today, but first I'm going to get my hands washed, okay? Okay. All right. So I understand that you had hip surgery?
I did.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit about where your incision is?
It's right here.
Right there.
So my right in the front.
Right in front. Okay, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go over some precautions that we have for your hip. We're gonna go over some lower body dressing, because that's gonna be really important on getting you up and getting you mobile. Okay, and that is a part of your healing process, all right? Can't just lay there, we gotta stay active and get it moving, get it back to where it used to be, okay?
Yeah.
All right, great. And we're also going to go over some physical agent modalities at the end. Did you have any classes before your surgery on adaptive equipment?
Yeah, I had to have one for my insurance.
Oh, cool. All right, so do most of these items over here look familiar? Got a reacher to help you reach things.
Yeah, I've seen those.
You've seen those? All right, and we've got sock aid.
Yeah.
Socks and a shoe. Okay, great. So before we get started with those though, we're gonna go over some precautions. So we wanna make sure that we're not bending at the knee, or we're not bending at the hip to a 90-degree angle. So that's sitting fully straight up. So can you picture like an L for 90 degrees? All right, so we're gonna try and avoid that at all costs. We don't wanna rotate your foot, okay? So just think about pointing it straight up, or when you're in a seated position, straight towards the wall over here, okay? We don't wanna have it pointing to the side. And that's gonna help with the healing process, but it's also going to help with your pain, because if you're breaking these precautions, it's going to cause a lot of pain for you. All right, and then also we don't want to cross our legs at the knees or at the ankles, so avoid crossing your legs at all, okay? All right, so we're going to work on a little bit of bed mobility, but can you tell me what your pain is at, if you were to rate it on a scale from 0 to 10?
It's probably a 5.
Out of 5? Okay, great. So could be worse, could be better.
Yeah.
All right. So for bed,
expected.
It's expected.
Yeah.
All right. Well, to get started with, so it's your right leg on the front. So this leg you can go ahead and move up and put flat on the bed just like that. We're gonna do some bridging and scoot towards the edge of the end of the bed, at the foot of the bed if you can. So you can go on your elbows if you need to, but you're just gonna kind of push your body up. And when you're ready, go ahead and try and scoot down. All right, good. That's good. Now we can go back to the head of the bed if you can. Good. That's really good. How did that feel for you?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. And you did a really good job of keeping your toes straight up to the ceiling. Okay, so I like that you're very mindful of that. All right, so we're gonna keep that in mind as we move on to our next step, which is gonna be sitting at the edge of the bed. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down, and I'm gonna have you scoot to the edge as far as you can. Good. All right. So I'm gonna help guide you a little bit, but basically we're gonna turn you. You wanna keep leaning back, so we don't break that 90-degree precaution. But we're gonna kind of like rotate our legs over the side. All right, ready? And good. Too far forward. That's good. And you can bend this at the knee. Do you know what your restrictions are as far as putting weight on this?
Oh, I can put weight on it.
Okay. All right, so just as tolerated?
Yeah.
All right, good deal. So now that we got you seating up, I'm gonna put this gate belt on for you, or for me. Just as a safety precaution. Thank you. And it is supposed to be a little tight, but if it's too tight, just let me know, okay? We want you to be able to breathe. How's that feel?
Pretty good.
You good? Okay. All right. Good deal. All right, so we're gonna get started with the reacher. You familiar with the handle?
Yeah.
And how to pick items up. You can also use this little guy on the end, especially with socks. That comes in handy pulling them up or taking them off.
Okay.
There is a metal piece on this end here. If you were to drop something metal, you could pick it up with that. I'm sure you learned that all in your class, so we're just reevaluating that. Can you reach over and pick up your socks? Ooh, nice. You got a fine grip on that one. Perfect. All right. So we're gonna do your right foot first. Oh, but you know what? We should probably pick this up too, because you're gonna want to use that as well, so we don't break a 90-degree hip progression. All right. Socks and shoes and pants. Obviously, any lower body dressing is really hard for moving your foot in and out. All right, so that is something that we're gonna, and you're pretty tall, so we're gonna need to watch that 90-degree angle also. So just keep those in the back of your mind. I like how you've got that started, so go ahead and put that on, and you can pull it all the way tight.
Like this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, all the way up, just like that. Good. Yep, and you got those blue handles on the end. It's probably going to be a little bit harder than it was in your class for you. So you've got the real precautions now, but good. Good, keeping your toes straight. That was perfect. Nice and slow. It's a little hard to get the back of the heel on, but if you don't, like I said, we've got that reacher, so we can fix it.
Oh, I got it.
Nice. All right, you move that up. And if you need help, we don't want to break precautions, so don't be afraid to ask. All right, so for your other leg, obviously you can bend that up to you. If you can get it up to you without leaning forward, you can go ahead and put your sock on like that. Otherwise, some people choose to use a sock aid too. So, all right, good deal. So we got your socks on. It's really good to have non-slip socks, especially for this, or non-slip shoes as well, because obviously falling would greatly increase your chances of refracturing your hip. So, all right, so I'll let you use your reacher to grab the pants. We'll do that step next. Good. And we're gonna wanna do the right leg first. So if you can open those up and open them as wide as you can at the top. So you have a lot of room to work, but
I'm gonna gain some weight in this hospital bed, so, you know.
You're gonna gain some weight. Hey, that's your right. So, all right. So you're gonna roll up that right side there, bunch it all the way up as tight as you can, so you can fit that reacher. We're gonna use that. We're gonna fit it around there. And now what you're gonna do is kind of lasso your leg. Okay. So make sure you're keeping that 90-degree and toes straight. Good job. And once you get it over, if you want to let go and pull it at the ends of the pants, you can. There you go. And then when you're able to reach it without bending, you can bend your knee a little bit, but there you go. All right, and then for this left leg, you can put it on as you so choose. As much as flexibility will allow.
Yeah, another 10 years I wouldn't be able to do that.
I don't know, you'd be surprised. You got a new hip, so. All right, so next we're gonna do shoes. We're not gonna pull the pants up all the way until we get you standing.
Okay.
But if you can use the reacher to lift your shoes and place them however you want, whatever feels most natural to you. And then after we get those in place, I'm gonna have you reach for the shoe horn. That one's kind of far away from you, so I'm interested to see if you can grab it. Good. tricky spot. Nice. And for this, it's a little bit easier if you make sure that you're at the edge of the bed. So scoot just a little forward. That's good. Make sure you're keeping your hip back. And yep, place it right there. You can push your foot down into your shoe. Just try not to twist it. So we want to make sure that it's not too painful for you. Good job. And if we need to try it again, we can try it again. All right, just make sure to keep those precautions. Good job. That one's probably a little easier for you. Excellent. You're a professional. All right.
Thanks.
All right, so next we're gonna grab the walker here. We're gonna get you standing. All right, so have you used a walker before?
I have.
All right. We got our brakes here that you can push. All right, so I'm gonna come to this side real quick. And we're gonna lift up and you're gonna put all of your weight on this to stand. But obviously, if you're ready to put a little bit of weight on that, you can. So ready, 1, 2, 3, up. Good.
There we go.
All right. And can you get your pants? Reach them okay? Good job. All right, awesome. All right, so we're gonna do a little bit of mobility here. I just want you to think about your right foot here being pointed the same way as your belly button everywhere we walk, okay? So we're gonna walk a little forward. Good. And if we turn this way, your belly button turns, your toe does too, right with your belly button. Good. All right. And how is your pain right now?
Oh, it's still at about a 5.
Okay.
I think once I sit down, I might get a little.
All right. So yep, we're gonna come full circle around here. All right. And I want you to move back until your legs touch, and then I want you to reach back for the bed. Okay, we're gonna sit, make sure you kind of lean back. There, nice and done. Good job keeping those precautions in mind.
Thanks.
All right. And I'm gonna have you take your shoes off because we don't want to get your shoes in the bed. So you can do it however you feel more comfortable. If you want to try it with the reacher, because I know it's easy to just kind of want to wiggle it off, but you don't want to break those precautions moving side to side.
I can use this thing.
You can use the shoehorn. Yep, you bet. Good job. Just keep it pointed towards the wall, straight ahead. Good. All right. Excellent. There you go. Stick for both. Awesome. All right. I'm going to move these over here for you. Okay. I'm going to come over here and we're going to kind of like transfer you back over. So you're going to want to scoot this way. Make sure that you're not moving this leg in and out. And we're going to fit this one nice and move in and out. We're going to lift that up. Good. Good job. All right. Can I get this gate belt off of you? Because I'm sure you don't want to fall asleep with that on. Good bed mobility, bridging. That's nice. All right. What would you say that your final pain level is?
Oh, probably about a 6.
A 6? Okay.
A little sore.
Yeah, so it went up a little bit. So let me get this armrest up. There's a couple of things we can do with that. If you'd like to start with a heat pack, I don't know, have you ever used like a heat pack or an ice pack? Yeah. Well, if you'd like to start with a heat pack, generally that loosens you up a little bit. It gets you ready to be more mobile. Helps increase activity, range of motion, blood flow, circulation, all that kind of stuff. That might help get you a little looser beforehand. And if you are pretty sore afterwards or you experience any swelling around your incision, we could do a cold pack because that's going to reduce swelling, kind of constrict the vessels a little bit, and get the blood moving a little bit slower. So is that something that you think you want to proceed with?
Yeah.
All right, so I can talk to, yeah, it is nice. We're going to talk to some nurses and your doctors, and we'll get you on a plan for that. Get some heat packs and cold packs in there for you. All right, so do you remember what we worked on today?
Moving around the bed, dressing, walking.
Yes, all right, perfect. And you did really good on your precautions. I feel like you understand them very well. So next time we're gonna continue to work on some of your daily living situation tasks and stuff that you can continue to improve on from there. But I feel like today already you've done a lot, so really nice job.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so I will see you in 2 days.
All right. Thanks.
All right, thank you.